Hi everyone. In this video you will see the top 5 worst maps in World of Tanks. This top was compiled mainly based on my subjective opinion. Also taken into account opinions of top players and streamers. Maybe you will disagree with one or another map, in that case write in the comments which maps in your opinion are the worst. Okay, let's get started. In 5th place is the beautiful winter map, Glacier. But don't let its look deceive you, it only looks beautiful, but gameplay wise it's horrible. Let me explain why. In fact, originally I wanted to show you every map in spectator mode, but as it turns out, that's not so easy to do. So I hope you won't mind if I'll be explaining the disadvantages of maps in these images. So, the Glacier. I'm sure many of you hate this map, when playing slow tanks, because of this interesting position in the center of the map. And it really is an absurd design, as heavy tanks just don't have a chance to get to their positions without taking damage. That's the first thing. Now the second. Even if you can get to this position alive, and kill all your enemies there, don't get too excited, because you won't be able to go further than this place, as the developers have taken care of tank destroyer lovers, and made their incredibly imbalanced positions for them. There's a rock, and a bush, which give incredibly a lot of space. And that's just a small part of the flaws of this map. This area is totally under artillery control, as well as almost the entire map. In general, the incredibly miserable map, which you can play more or less comfortably except on light and medium tanks. Or on tank destroyers to stand all battle at the base, if you're differently abled. In 4th place is the Sand River. Surely you're not surprised to see this map on this list, because it's really cheesy. Unlike Glacier, where you can play at least fast tanks, there's not even that. The map is totally open, and artillery is able to shoot anywhere. This is sad, obviously. Plus, all the flanks there are designed horribly. For example, those hills. Just remember how annoying it was playing there against all sorts of Cran Vans and STVs. But that's only half the problem. If playing there you decide to be active, you will be immediately attacked by primates standing on these positions. About the center of the map I'm not even talking. With the latest map redesign it's better not to drive there at all. That location is more or less okay, against the background of all the map. But again, if you can kill all enemies there, then go further will be difficult, because of these positions, which are always standing tank destroyers. The situation is similar to the situation with Glacier. Extremely horrible map. And seemingly, can it be even worse? Yes, it can. Karelia. In fact, this map is not too bad, as it's pretty well designed. There are a lot of interesting positions and locations for active firefights. But that's not the problem. The problem is the players who don't understand how to play it at all. Look, there's this area, that you have to go absolutely always, no matter what tank you play. If you play a tank destroyer with no armor, just take that bush near the stone. If a fast tank, just go straight to that position, where you can easily win a battle, if of course allies will help you. That's the problem. Stupid aborigines just can't understand that their task is just to crowd in there, and just win the fight. As a result, every battle you either go there without much support and you'll push the crowd, or you are playing passively and then you still push a crowd. Such things. It's worth mentioning separately these rooster positions, from which you can fire at the tanks there. Well as for other areas, they are in principle not too bad, but it doesn't matter. The main problem with this map in this area, where the fate of absolutely every battle on this map, and where the stupid players don't have enough brains to go. Don't get me wrong, it's not about newbies. Even players with green stats and 55% win ratty often play this map wrong. Because of this every battle on it, is one big disappointment. In 2nd place is a map, which literally can cause physical pain. This is Studsy Yankee. This map has been in my ban list since it was released. And believe me, it's there for a reason. First things first. There are 3 areas. The village, the center, and the train station. Let's begin with the village. This seemingly ordinary area for battle raises no questions, except for those toxic positions. The point is that the situation is similar to Karelia. It's very important to take this position. And if you are not supported in this by your allies, you will simply be pushed over by a crowd. But if you don't take this position, and your enemies take it, there's not much else to do on this flank. Okay, let's move on. The center is a total trash. Just an open field with a lowland, ostensibly for light tanks, which constantly die noobs. But never mind. And a third area, the train station. It could very well be playable, but these positions from which you can shoot there and not be spotted, totally kill this area. But even that is not the main problem of this map. The point is that between these two flanks in fact there's nothing, and from the station you can fire at tanks in the village, and from the village you can fire at tanks in the station. Not only are there default toxic positions for tank destroyers at the bases, but you can also shoot across all the map. You can say that this is found in almost all maps, and you would be right. But exactly on Studs Yankee this problem is especially annoying. In first place is Fisherman's Bay. This is a king of the most miserable maps in World of Tanks, which stands out against all the other maps with its stupid design. Just imagine, this map has no playable flanks. Lines 1 and 2 are made unclear for what kind of players. Fans of this flank probably have about 500 WN8 rate, because an appropriate player would never go to a flank, where all you can do, is standing off goal battle. The center of the map is the most relevant area. There you have at least a small chance to do some damage, but only if enemies will play carelessly. Plus, it's important to note. Do you see those bushes? They don't work. But these do work. So developers have purposely made the upper respawn weaker. It's funny, isn't it? The city. This is the worst city among all maps in the game. Only here it's designed in such a way that you can't play actively. You have to standing every time. Special mention should be given to bushes, which there are. Just a genius developer's decision. And so, what is the result? As a result, we have the worst map in World of Tanks, which has no playable areas, and which should be banned all self-respecting players. I hope developers ever come to the realization that this map is unplayable, and something should be done about it. Well, in general, almost all maps in this game have a lot of problems, such as toxic and imbalanced positions, where even inexperienced players can deal a lot of damage, huge distances that kill play on heavy tanks and all that. Friends, don't play this game. Well, these were the 5 worst maps. Write in the comments which maps are the worst in your opinion, it would be interesting to read. Thank you for watching this video to the end, I hope you found it useful. It's time to say goodbye. Good luck and goodbye.